Good morning. Welcome to our Godly Play classroom. I'm so glad you're here. If we look over at our church calendar, we are on the 4th Sunday of Lent. Lent is a time to get ready for Easter. And during this time, we will hear stories about the one who is the mystery of Easter, the reason for it all. In fact, while this person was on earth, lots of people followed him, but they were not sure who he was. And so they asked him, "Who are you?" And Jesus said, "I am the light." And that light is with us as we get ready for our story. I invite you to get ready in whatever way helps you. Maybe you get all comfortable and cozy with a blanket or a stuffed animal or your family. I like to take a deep breath to help me get ready. In the beginning, the baby was born. The Christ child is the light that is still with us. And God chose the mother Mary and the father Joseph to care for the baby and to help raise him and to be his family. Jesus was a lot like us. Jesus did not stay a baby, but Jesus grew up. And when he was about 12 years old, he went to the holy city of Jerusalem to celebrate the festival of Passover with his family, friends, neighbors, everyone. But the mother Mary and the father Joseph lost him. They couldn't find Jesus anywhere. Finally, guess where he was? They found him in the temple. He was just hanging out with the priests and the teachers, talking about everything. Jesus was so curious. Well, you might imagine how his parents felt. The mother Mary and the father Joseph asked him, "What are you doing here, Jesus?" And Jesus said, "Didn't you know I'd be in my Father's house?" That was confusing. But they held these things that Jesus said in their hearts. Jesus grew up and became a man. And when he was about 30 years old, he went to the River Jordan. And there his cousin John was baptizing people. And Jesus went up to John and said, "I want you to baptize me too." So Jesus went down into the depths of the waters. And then John brought him back up. And the people around them thought they saw a dove. There was a dove over Jesus, and they heard a voice. The voice from heaven said, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." Jesus is well pleased with us too. After Jesus was baptized, he went into the wilderness. He went into the desert to discover more about who he was and what his work was going to be. He was there for a long time, 40 days and 40 nights, and there was very little to eat or drink. One day, Jesus heard an evil voice, and it said, "You know, since you're hungry, you should turn one of those stones into bread." And Jesus replied, "People need more than bread to live." Another time, it was as if Jesus was on top of the great temple in Jerusalem, and the evil voice whispered, "If you are really the Son of God, why don't you jump off and see if God will save you?" And Jesus replied, "No, we do not need to test God." Then it was as if Jesus could see all of the kingdoms of the world. And he heard the evil voice again, "If you follow me, I will make you king over everything." But Jesus replied, "No, I am a king, but not that kind of king." The voice went away, and Jesus left the desert to begin his work. I wonder what the work of Jesus was. And I wonder if the work of Jesus is similar to the work that we have to do. I invite you to think of something in your home that connects to these stories, something that reminds you of the birth of Jesus, or of the learning of Jesus, or the baptism, or of Jesus in the desert alone, figuring out who he was and what he was supposed to do with his life. Now it's time for us to change the light. When we change the light, it doesn't just go away. We know that the light of Christ is with each one of us. We carry this light in our hearts, and we can even share this light with other people.